What is the best relationship advice anybody could give you? Hi there, I'm Susan Winter, bestselling author and relationship expert. And I want to help you as you enter a new relationship because new relationships are tricky. They're glitchy, even in the very best moments. There's going to be hesitation, uncertainty. Are you on the same page? Do they want what you want? Do they want it with you? All these things are very important. So let's go over the best practices and what I consider to be the absolutely best advice to make sure that you eliminate unnecessary challenges and confusion. Number one, and this is always number one in everything we do, know what you want. Be very, very, very clear about why are you dating. This means being able to frame it in your own mind, and you are creating an infrastructure. When you create the infrastructure of your dream in your mind, and you know where you want to go, one, the filtering process is so easy. Partner selection is effortless because you're very, very clear on who wants what you want. And you will not even entertain somebody that isn't going in the same direction. This, although it may stop you in the very beginning, you're going to say, oh no, Susan, I don't want to do that. I could ruin a chance. You're going to eliminate the chance of having a heartbreak because you really wanted to go here. And when you asked certain questions and said certain things, you discovered they want to go there. So know where you want to go in a relationship because I promise you, if you don't know, you will go where they decide to take you. And that's no way to start a relationship. Number two, communication. You've heard me talk about this before. It is imperative that you establish the ability to speak openly and honestly from the jump. You got to do that. This eradicates all of those moments where, like, what are they thinking? I don't know. What did they mean by that? You start with simple agreements. Let's set a kind of a rule here that like we can share honestly. Are you cool with that? Because things get confused and I really like you a lot and I want to make sure that we're on the same page and I want to hear what you think and what you have to say and I want to also be honest and share that with you what I'm thinking and feeling and are you in agreement with that? I really like that methodology. Okay, forgive me, but I got to keep putting on my glasses here. um, Now, nobody talks about this. Number three, the terms of service, or otherwise known as terms of engagement. We never think about this, but this is the stuff that is going to get you in trouble and keep you tossing and turning all night long. This means the blueprint of how we behave. Let me repeat that. The blueprint of how we are going to behave with each other. Whether you share this as a philosophical ideal about I really value this in a relationship and this is why I want a relationship and I want the honesty and the loyalty and I want the thoughtfulness and I want to be that way for my partner, you can speak in terms philosophically, but they know what you want and you have stated it. Okay. It's like what I used to say, no lifeguard on duty. That's a very clear sign. Okay. There's no lifeguard on duty. Don't imagine one is going to show up the same way that you say honesty, reliability, thoughtfulness, kind human interactions. This kind of intentional creation is what will give you the most wonderful experience in a new relationship. You must know where you're going. You must be able to feel free to talk to each other when those uncomfortable moments occur. When you send a text message and they haven't sent anything back yet. And you're getting nervous. Now you're wondering, okay, are they dumping me? Are they not dumping? Don't you wish that you had the freedom and didn't have to worry about, oh my goodness, am I going to look weak? Am I going to look needy? To just be able to say, um, listen, I haven't heard from you. You know, sometimes that means somebody's done. Clarification, please. I really like you. So, like, this should not be a problem. Craft into your design, what you have in the dream. I talk about the dream, create the dream and craft how it's going to go through agreements, philosophical and tangible, practical. You're going to talk about your behavior, your goals, your boundaries, and your expectations. And when you state expectations, in a way, you are kind of stating boundaries, meaning, are you doing monogamy? Yeah, monogamy is monogamy. It's like, that's pretty clear. Go over the definitions of what you mean by certain words. Do not assume that your partner is psychic. People keep thinking their partners understand. Everybody has a different definition of relationship. They have a different definition of exclusivity. Or if you don't explain it, here's what's going to happen. They're going to say, well, I didn't know and we didn't talk about this. Omission can get you in trouble. All right. Number 4, patience. I know. Bear with me. Why do I say patience? I say patience because you are going to encounter glitches before you overreact, before you jump to a conclusion. Remember, you've got another individual there who might be as scared as you are, who might be going through their own issues, who may be having their own triggers. This does not mean allow bad behavior. This does not negate any of that. What it means is that you are looking to have a little bit of compassion, which goes into number 5 that I have, which is perspective, meaning how does all this appear to your partner? We need to oftentimes in relationship, and especially in creating a relationship, understand what it's like from our partner's experience. If you're following my work and you're doing all this kind of work to even educate yourself on relationships, I have no doubt that you know what you're doing. But sometimes you are meeting somebody that you think has sorted stuff out and they haven't. So put yourself in their shoes and ask a lot of questions. What do you mean by that? How does that feel for you? Explain to me what that's like so I can understand. It doesn't excuse bad behavior. This is like the second time I've said this. I want to be really clear. It does not excuse bad behavior, but it assists you with the patience aspect. And the very last thing, and so incredibly important, is conflict resolution. All right. No couple can survive the glitches and the weird stuff that happens in the beginning of a relationship without being able to manage their way through conflict resolution. Meaning, when something comes up and there's confusion, you put it on the table. And I've done numerous videos on this, and I know the SEOs aren't awesome. It's like, stop bickering or stop arguing, start negotiating, but it's really good material. You take the issue and you objectively put it on the table, you give a little distance to it, and you say, this is going on. I'm feeling like this. What do you think can be done? So when you make the issue separate from you, and it's like an issue, you're working now as a team because you want to engage your partner to work with you toward the creation of this incredible design. Now, I hope that helps you because new relationships are tricky. There's a lot of passion and a lot of romance that can sweep some of these things away, like boundaries and goals. Like, oh, but they're so wonderful. Well, I'll try that, or oh, I'll do this, or maybe I can, do something I don't like for them. Don't lose it. Know where you're going. Be communicative. Allow for the fact that they're going through something too. Don't ignore bad behavior. Get clear on your rules of engagement. That's very important. If you need help, please chat me up, susanwinter.net. Love doing my private sessions. I'm one of the few that does one at a time. I have amazing people. I have really just like such a great collection, everything from teachers to celebrities to elite athletes. And 35% of my clientele are therapists. This means we all go through it. When it's me, I go through it too. It's easier for somebody on the outside to see what's going on with you than for you to do it yourself. We all go a little love blind when we're in the middle of it. So I hope you take a look at that. And if you have a video request for me, that's on the contact page. Go to the video requests. Thank you so much, Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net.